Hello everyone, this is Whitebox back for another exciting game of Spirit Island. I'm going to do another solo game here, and this is one that I preceded as Shifting Memory of Ages against England 4. I'm pretty excited for this one. I don't get to play Shifting Memory of Ages very often, because that's what my partner plays whenever we do duos or team games. So I don't get to play Shifting Memory very often. It's been like once or twice, maybe. So this will be exciting. I think Shifting Memory in a true solo game is probably going to rely on RNG a lot for getting good majors, but we'll see how that goes. And I've got everything set up, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. First things first here, I need to pick a growth option. And I got to do an initial explore, true first. And their initial explorer is going to be in mountains. So let me go ahead and get all these mountains set up. And then see what I can do. So this one's going to be tricky. It'll take a while before I can get there. I might let it blight and then try to worry about it later after it does stuff. Don't want to let it build too much, of course. If they get 7 buildings in this region, which they're going to have 3 after this build. Excuse me, I forgot some more. They'll have 2 after this build phase, so it's not too bad, but it is a concern going forward that I want to be careful with. Make sure that they don't get built up too much in that region. So I will worry more about this one. I will be able to stop the build there because there's only one adjacent building, assuming I can get that guy out in the fast phase, but I don't think I can. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. So as far as what I'm doing, I'm probably going to gain 9 energy so I can get a major next turn. Although getting presence on the board might be better first, and then I can gain the 9 energy next turn. Although I can gain the... if you forget a power card from your hand. Okay. So let's see. I can just generate 2 fear. It's not going to be too bad. Might be okay. It can let me prep. Boon of Ancient Memories isn't going to be that useful this game. Gaining minor powers. It's okay. So yeah, I think I'll probably gain a major. I don't think I need multiple card plays this turn. Maybe I do, just to kind of get out there. So yeah, I'll go with this one. And I'll go ahead and add this at 2 range over here, just so I'm by the coast. And I'm going to gain a major right away. So this is going to be the luck-based component of this game, is that I will be relying on major powers. So I've got Infestation of Venomous Spiders, pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I do have some element markers already, so I can start prepping for that. Terrifying Nightmares, not bad. Easier to hit the kicker on that one. Well, maybe. I do have Moon on a lot of my starting cards, so that does make it a little easier. The push, not super useful against England, though. So we'll see about that. Vanish Softly All, Away, Forgotten by All, probably not going to be super useful this game. And Indomitable Claim, I don't think is going to be super useful either. So I'm between Infestation of Venomous Spiders and Terrifying Nightmares. 1 fear, Innovator skip 1 action per land. Range 2, pretty much, I mean, that can cover the whole board from where I am. So either Terrifying Nightmares or Infestation of Venomous Spiders. I think Infestation of Venomous Spiders is going to be more useful. You can just do more things throughout the game. So I'm going to go for that. And I will forget Boon of Ancient Memories. Just, I don't think it's going to be too useful in a solo game. I could be wrong, but that's my thought process right now. And I have 0 energy and 2 card plays, which I wanted for next turn. But I can go ahead and study the Invader's Fears and play Elemental Teachings, both of which cost 0. So then I'm going to go into the fast phase. I have a couple fast powers I can do here. I do have 2 moon and 1 air, so I can either prepare 1 element marker, or after the next 3 actions that change which pieces are in target land, I can prepare 1 element marker. And I think I'll go with that since I hit it. And I know that this and this are going to change. So I'll go ahead and just put it in here. And I'll at least get 1 element marker for that. One thing you can do also is stack the element markers there so you know which ones you want. I don't really know which ones I want. I probably want Beast, Earth. I've got a good mix actually. Probably Beast. That's going to let me hit Infestation of Venomous Spiders easier. So I'll put it there just as a reminder. If more than one thing changes in that land, I can do more than one thing. And then I've got Elemental Teachings as well. I can prepare 1 element marker using that. Let's see, I'm probably not going to reclaim, so I won't get this back. So I'm going to be short on beasts, so I'll go ahead and get an animal marker as well for that. And that'll help me hit the Infestation of Venomous Spiders next turn. So that'll be good. The defend doesn't matter. I'll have defend next turn. Yeah. And then study the Invader's Fears. It's just 2 fear. And turn the top card of the fear deck face up. So my first fear card is going to be Dahan on their guard. In each land, defend 1 per Dahan. That'll be useful once I get it. And 2 more fear. We do an event, just ceremonially, to get used to that, but we're not going to actually act on it. And then we go to the Invader phase. No fear card yet, no Blighted Island card yet. So they're going to start by building. So they'll go ahead and build a town here, and just lose their build marker, or their disease marker there. Next up, we're going to go ahead and do an Explorer. They're going to explore in sands. So that's going to be both sands getting explored. I didn't have any slow powers this turn. This one did change, which means I get this element marker. Can take that back. Alright, and then we go back to growth. So for growth this time, after discarding these, I'm going to go ahead and get 9 energy. I think I need all of it. Yeah. So I'll get my 9 energy. Then I get 2 card plays. I'm going to go ahead and play both these cards that I have left. Okay, I think I'm all set. Fortunately, I don't have moons, so I won't be able to observe the ever-changing world unless I want to use this moon for it, but that's so a little silly. So I don't think I'll do that. But I do have a lot of other stuff going on. So right now I have 2 leaf, 2 earth, and I can discard these 2 beasts so that I have 3 beasts. That means that I hit the kicker on Infestation of Venomous Spiders. So I can add 1 beast, which I will go ahead and do probably over here. Gather up to 1 beast, but I can't do that. For each beast, I do 1 fear, and invaders skip 1 action in target land. I wish I had more beasts, but I'll get them later. Put these over here. And then after this power causes invaders to skip an action, I do 4 damage, so I'll get that. Then share secrets of survival. Let's see, it's 1 range from a sacred site. Each time Dahan would be destroyed in target land, destroy 2 fewer Dahan. I'm just going to target here. And I'm also going to use Learn the Invader's Tactics there. I have 2 Earth and 1 Air, so I can defend 3 there. So defend 3 here, and Dahan won't be destroyed anyway. I could also gather the Dahan there instead, because they're not going to be destroyed. So I'll probably do that. I'm going to gather these 2 Dahan instead of doing the first effect. And that'll clear that out, which will be good. Alright. Then we go to an event. My event is Heavy Farming, Healthy Island. During the next normal ravage, each town does +1 damage. That's okay, I'm defending 3 there, so that is perfectly fine. Prey on the Unwary, each beast destroys 1 explorer. Perfect, that destroys that. Add 1 beast to a board without 1, so that as well. And then Coming of Age, add 1 Dahan to a jungle or wetland with Dahan. Only this one. That's a good card for me. Okay. Don't have the Fear card just yet. I'm 1 short. I'll get that after this turn. So next up, I'm going to go to the Ravage. They're going to Ravage in mountains. They're skipping the Ravage here. Because they're skipping it, I do 4 damage. Which does 3 to the city and 1 to the town. So that is 2 Fear. It gets me this Fear card. Right here it's defended 3. They're doing 4 damage, so they do 1. Damages this Dahan. Not enough to kill it. Not enough to blight the land. Dahan will fight back and kill all of those for 2. Remember, this is England 4, not England 5, so they don't have any extra health. Then they're going to shift this over. Then they'll build in sands. So let's go ahead and see. They will still build here. There's 2 buildings adjacent to it, unfortunately. And they will build here. And then we get a wetland. So wetland explore. That's alright. Keeping the jungles empty is probably good. This one has a blade on it already. And then it goes to slow powers. Again, I didn't have any slow powers, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'll go to Time Passes. This heals. I can take my markers back. This heals. And I'm out of cards, so I'm going to have to go ahead and reclaim. Reclaiming means I can add a presence at a range of 0. I'll go ahead and go top track. I don't think I'm going to need to go to the 3 card place. I'm just going to rely on majors this game, so it'll be all top track from here on out. And I'll put it at 0 there. And then we go to growth. I get 1 energy for presence phase now. And I have 2 card plays. I could play Infestation of Venomous Spiders again. I'm not going to have the elements prepared, I don't think, to get the kicker for it, so might not be as good. Stopping the Ravage here, it's good, but not super important. Stopping it here is probably better. Unfortunately, I don't have the range for my innate defend or for share secrets of survival, so that's going to be tricky. So if I can skip the Ravage here to save the Dahan, that would be okay. And it'll add more beasts, so I'll get more beasts up. I think it's probably okay to do that. Could also do it here instead, just to stop that build. I could possibly kill that city right now. If I do Study the Invader's Fear and Infestation of Venomous Spiders. That'll that'll be good. They're still going to build there, though. But it'll keep them from building a city. And I am going to have one defend per Dahan, so actually that will save this land. So it's good to know that. So studying the invader's fear is going to get me another fear card. I think this will be okay. So yeah, I'm going to play Infestation of Venomous Spiders and study the invader's fear. Oop, dog zone. And that'll be my play this turn. Alrighty. Next up, I'm going to be at Fast Powers. This one I have 2 Fear, which is going to get me another Fear card. And I can also turn the top card of the Fear deck face up, which will be this one, so I know what both of the Fear cards are going to be. It's going to be Spreading Timidity. Each player chooses a land to isolate. Isolate's pretty good against England, so that'll be nice. Alrighty. Then I have Infestation of Venomous Spiders. So let me add a beast here. I think that's the one to do. Probably. Yeah. I can gather up to 1 beast. For each beast, 1 fear, so that's 2 fear. And invaders skip 1 action in target land. Okay. And then I can get the kicker for that eventually, kind of weird order I'm doing things in. But I also have Observe the Ever-Changing World. I have the first level. I can prepare 1 element marker, so I'll prepare a animal marker. And unfortunately I don't have enough to yeah, I don't think I have enough to defend this one using Learn the Invader's Tactics. I could discard this one, but the problem is if I do that, I won't be able to use it for the extra damage here. And that is the big thing that I want, is the damage. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and save that one. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Okay. Then we go to an event. Wave of Reconnaissance. I'm in stage 1 still, because that's the highest that's flipped, which I think is the rule. I'm going to clarify that, but go with it for now. When exploring, add 1 additional explorer to each land explored. Stricken invaders do not ravage in lands with disease or strife, doesn't matter. And retreat on each board, push 2 Dahan from a land with a city to a land without a city. Okay. Sorry, Dahan, you're going to be my sacrifice here, because I'll be able to take out that town. Although, I have defend per Dahan, so I think, yeah, that'll be good. Alright, cool. Cool. So we'll go into the next phase. It's England, so they're going to have a build in mountains next. I don't know why I'm saying mountains funny. Mountains. They'll build here, because there are 2 adjacent buildings, and they will build here, so that city that I just took out comes right back. Yeah, England. And then that shifts down. Next, they're going to Ravage in Sands. Defended 2. Dahan will fight back and kill both of these. Defended 2. Oh, because of the fear cards, which I didn't move down, but I have a fear card here, defend 1 per Dahan. And this one is each player chooses a land to isolate. You know, I guess I could have isolated this mountain, because it would have come before the build. That way they don't build there. So yeah, I'll do that. So a little bit of backtracking. This was isolated, so they don't build there. What is happening? Vacuum is going and the dog is not happy about it. Alright. Next up here, so this was defended 2. We'll fight back and kill that. Get another fear. Okay. That shifts over. Then we go to a build. They're skipping the build here. And then because they skip it, they take 4 damage, which will kill both of these. And do 2 fear. This one does build, so they'll get a city in there. And then explore. They're going to go ahead and explore. This one's getting skipped because it's isolated, so that isolate actually worked really well. But they will put 2 explorers in here. And then the escalation is on the board with the most towns and cities. They go ahead and build again. So they will build a town in here. Take that back. And to do that, I did need to discard these 2 just to hit the kicker. So discard those markers. Alrighty. Next up is slow powers, but I don't have any, so that's okay. Alright. Going well so far, but England is kind of a slow burn, so we'll see how that goes. So next up, we are going to be back to growth. Let me discard this. Alright, and I don't want to be stuck in a reclaim loop. I'll have 4 energy if I grow from the top track, which is probably okay. And I can forget one of these to get a major or something from hand. So yeah, I will do my second growth option here, and add a presence at a range of 2. Let's see, they're building in sands, ravaging wetlands, building in mountains. This goes away. I'll go here, that way I can kind of hit everything with a range 2. Yeah. Well, let me gain my power card first, then I'll decide what I'm doing. So I am going to go in major. I've got Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm. That might combo pretty well with Infestation of Venomous Spiders. Does add a Blight, but I haven't added any so far, so that's okay. Add 2 beasts. Gather up to 2 beasts. Each deals 1 fear, 2 damage to invaders, and 2 damage to the pawn. Destroy 1 beast. So I'd be able to do that maybe here, and it would do a lot. Can pretty much clear that out before the ravage, so that might be the way to go. Fire and Flood's pretty good. The kickers, I don't have good elements. I can prepare them, but it'll take me a while to get there, so I don't know that that'll be a good choice. Jungle Hungers, I can put something in a jungle. I should be able to eventually hit the kicker for that pretty easily. Destroy all towns. Yeah, it's not bad. That's a good choice. And then Volcanic Eruption is good, but I don't know that I want to do that right now. So I'm between Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm and the Jungle Hungers, both good choices. I'll be able to afford both this turn, I think. Yeah, I will. And if I do this one, I'll be able to clear this region out. Or this region. Either way. Which is pretty good. If I can get this one cleared out before the build, there's not a lot. Well, they're going to build in sands, unfortunately. How much health do they have there? They have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then I'll be able to get 8 beasts in there. Yeah, that's pretty tempting. Don't think I'll be able to hit the kicker for this turn. Actually, I might be able to. And that would be, it's a slow power though. It's very good. And I would be able to clear this out instead. I'd like to clear this out before the build so they don't build in this mountain this turn. That would be nice. So I think I will take Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm. As much as Jungle Hungers would be good, could be a mistake, but I think that might work out. And I'm just going to forget Boon of Ancient Memories. I don't need it right now. And because of that, I'll just go ahead and add my presence in here. I'm not going to get the kicker for it, but that's perfectly fine. What are they doing the ravaging wetlands? I can try to get some stuff in there. Yeah, I'll go elemental teachings, try to prep some stuff. Okay, so that is my powers prepared. Presence placed. I get 2 energy just for having stuff down. Next turn is gonna be okay. I'll have 3 energy. I won't be able to play a major next turn, but I think that's fine. Alright. Yeah, I've set myself up for enough success, I think, that that'll be okay. Okay, so that's good. Pay my 4 energy for Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm. And Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm, I'm going to go ahead and add a Blight here. I can add 2 beasts, which I will do. Can gather 2 beasts. I'll gather from each of these. And then each beast is going to do 4 fear, or each beast 4 fear. Each beast is going to do 1 fear, so that's 2. That puts me into terror level 2, which is good. And 2 damage to invaders, and 2 damage to Han, which I don't have. 2 damage to invaders for each beast is 8 damage, which is enough to clear all of this. For another 4 fear, which will just be another fear card. So I will have 3 terror level 2 fear cards this turn. So that's all good. Got that cleared out. I only have 1 land with anything in it. If I could have somehow cleared that out, I would have just won right away, but not quite there yet. I can also prepare an element marker. I think I want to keep preparing beasts or animals. So I'll prepare an animal marker with Observe the Ever-Changing World. Let's see, I don't have the 2nd level of it, just the 1st, so I can prepare 1 element marker. I could do another animal just to set myself up for an infestation. I'm gonna need an earth one at some point anyway, so I'll go ahead and get the earth element marker back. Yeah. And then I have defend, or I don't have the defend 2, so that doesn't matter. Okay, so that was Observe the Ever-Changing World, Elemental Teachings, and Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm. And then I think I'm good. So I'm gonna go to an event. Sacred sites under threat. I have 2, but no invaders in them. So invaders have begun to find hiding places of natural power. I may let the island's strength repulse them. Each sacred site pushes 1 explorer or town to an adjacent land. Remove 1 blight per player from the blight card, returning it to the box. Or I can guard them myself for well or ill. Costs us 3 energy per land where I do damage, aided by fire. In each land with sacred site and invaders either do 2 damage or destroy 1 sacred site or 1 presence from each spirit. I don't have any invaders in my lands, so that doesn't matter. Beast Prowl. Each beast generates 1 fear if invaders are present and moves to an adjacent land if not. Unfortunately, I don't get any fear for that, but it means that I can move my beasts around. I'll move these 2 here, just they're adjacent to that land. And then Spirit Speakers solve riddles of power. Each spirit with at least 4 Dahan among its lands gains a minor power. Unfortunately, I only have 3, so not quite. So, not the pretty useless power aside from moving the beasts around. Next is 3 fear cards, which is good. Level 2 now. Each player chooses a different land with Dahan, 1 damage per Dahan there. Doesn't matter. Communities in disarray. Towns and cities deal -1 damage during Ravage. Invaders do not heal damage at the end of the turn. Probably not going to come into effect either. And explorers are reluctant. Skip the next normal explorer. During the next invader phase, draw an additional explorer card. So I'll go ahead and pop this under the explorer. And that's pretty good. That'll let me kind of, because my next turn is going to be a little slow, that'll give me some breathing room, I think. Yeah. Okay, cool. Then it's the invaders' turn. So they're going to build in sands. They do build here, unfortunately, but they don't build here. I discard that. They're going to ravage wetlands, which are empty, so nothing. Then build in mountains. Not there, but they will build here. And skipping the next normal explore. So, okay, so that's empty. That. We're good. Okay, cool. So that means I could potentially have 2 escalations next turn, which is not good at all. I don't want to reclaim. I can't really. Well, I could reclaim. It's not too bad. Yeah. Okay. We'll see what happens. Okay. I don't have any slow powers, so it goes back to growth. So I'll discard these. I'm going to reclaim and add a presence at a range of 0. Still going from top track right there. That lets me prepare an element marker now, so I'll get 3 energy and prepare another animal marker. And both my majors are cost 4, so I can't do those. But I'll probably end up playing them together next turn, both with the kickers, which is good. So for this turn, I just want to do cheap stuff. Probably elemental teachings and study the invader's fears, just to, yeah. And that'll let me prep to do stuff here. There is going to be a lot of stuff in there. Unfortunately, I'm going to need to do a lot there, but I think I will be able to. So, okay. So I'm playing Study the Invader's Fears and Elemental Teachings, neither of which costs anything. So I go straight to the fast phase. So I'm going to go ahead and Study the Invader's Fears. Gets me 2 fear, and I get to see what this fear card is. Dahan Reclaim Fishing Grounds, so I'll get to do each player chooses a different coastal land, and each gather up to 1 Dahan, 1 damage per Dahan. Okay, not bad. Okay. And then Elemental Teachings, I can prepare an element marker. Probably just Earth to be safe. So I can have an Earth marker. Or maybe an animal, so I can have another animal just for future turns. Yeah, let's do that. That's with Elemental Teachings. I also have the second level of Observe the Ever-Changing World, which change with pieces. Yeah, so that's going to go into here, because there's going to be a lot of changes there. And I'll go ahead and mark which ones I want. I want another animal, because I'm going to need another one anyway. I think another Earth. And probably a moon. Yeah. Let's stack those up there. Okay. So I did Observe the Ever-Changing World, did Elemental Teachings, did Study Invader Fears. So I am all set for that. So it goes to an event. Lesser spirits imperiled. The invader's spread is threatening many of the island's smaller spirits. You may tend to your own strength. Each spirit gains 1 energy. Discard 1 minor power per player from the deck. For each with leaf, remove 1 blight from the blight card, returning it to the box. For each with animal, destroy 1 Dahan and a land with blight. I don't have any Dahan and lands with blight, so that's not too bad. Or I can forge a web of mutual support. Costs us 4 energy per player, aided by a leaf. Each spirit destroys 1 of their presence. Each spirit gains 1 permanent element for the rest of the game. Choose separately now. I don't really want to... Well, you know, it's probably okay, honestly. So I'm going to do that. Because I am shifting memories, I'm going to go ahead and forget Boon of Ancient Memories to get the 4, but my cards that I forget just go in discard if they're forgotten from my hand. So that pays for all of it. So I have to destroy one of my presents. I'll do it from up here. And now I gain 1 permanent element for the rest of the game. Probably Earth. Because I've got enough of these guys that are going to be prepped. And permanent Earth gives me more defend, more stuff. So yeah, I'll get a permanent Earth here. And then quit the farmlands. On each board, push 1 beast to a land without towns and cities. 1 fear if explorers are present there. Okay, I'll fish this guy here. Well, without, yeah, so no explorers there, so that's fine. And then return to Orb Pillars. On each board, gather 1 or 2 Dahan into a land with Dahan setup symbols. Let's see. Go ahead and move these guys to the coast. Okay, now I have a fear card, Dahan Reclaim Fishing Grounds. I can do a different land, a different coastal land. In each, gather up to 1 Dahan. I'm going to target this one, 1 damage per Dahan, which will kill that. Gets me 1 fear. Okay. Alright, cool. So next is the invader phase. They're going to go ahead and build in wetlands. They do build here, but not up here. Ravage in mountains. So they will go ahead and add a ravage there, which gives me 1 of my element markers. I'll get the other 2 later. The other mountain's fine. And then 2 explore cards. So first explore card here is going to be Sands. 1, 2. Escalation is that they're building a city here, which gets me another of these markers. And the second explore is coastal. Okay, that's fine. So again, that changes this land. Yeah, it's stuck together. So I get my final prepared marker. I go to the coasts. Okay. And the sands is going to be first, so I'm going to go ahead and rearrange that. Alright. So that's their turn. Next is slow. I have no slow powers, so I'll discard these and go back to growth. So as part of my growth, I do want all the energy, because I'm going to play 2 majors this turn. So I will go ahead and gain 9 energy. Slows down my growth a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. Then I'll go ahead and play both Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm and Infestation of Venomous Spiders. I also get to prepare an element. I'll go ahead and prepare... Let's see. Nothing's ravaging, so I don't have to worry about that. There might be a cascade, but that's okay. Do I need to do a cascade there? Maybe not. I think I might just win this turn in the fast phase, actually. Yeah, no, I'm gonna win in the fast phase. So, with that said, element marker doesn't matter too much. I'll go ahead and prepare a leaf with this. Cool. Then I'll go to the fast phase, and I think I won. Yeah. So let's see. So first up, I'll do Infestation of Venomous Spiders, targeting this land here. Adds 1, gathers 1. For each, I do 1 fear, so that's 3. Gets me a fear card. Invaders are going to skip 1 action, so they'll skip 3 actions here. And then I have the kicker if I discard an earth and an animal. And then I can play Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm. My victory condition right now is destroying all towns and cities. So I'm going to discard 2 more of these animal tokens. So I can hit the kicker for Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm. I'm going to target this land. So I'm going to add a blight, which is going to cascade. I've got a Still Healthy Island card. And because of that Still Healthy Island card, I do add more fear tokens to the fear pool. Don't hit those too often, so terror level is 2. Round down at terror level 2. So I add 1 fear marker there. 2 more blight on this card. One of which I'll have cascade over here. Add 2 beasts. Gather 2 beasts. Each deals 1 fear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beasts there. So that's 5, 6, 7 fear, as well as 2 damage to invaders. So collectively I have 7, so I'm doing 14 damage. So that is 6, 10, 13, and that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fear. So, another fear card. 3 more fear. And I don't even need to cascade that and do my repeat on an adjacent land. Do it here. I can just end it right there because I'm in terror level 3 and there are no cities on the map. I win. So that's that game. That was a pretty fun one. Getting this combination was interesting. Definitely this spirit is one that's going to change depending on what majors you got. And this was very much a beast major game. So my shifting memory of ages is remembering what it's like when there were giant insects in ages past and they just swarmed over the land. And in this case, they swarmed over the invaders and wiped everything out. So let me go ahead and grab my phone real quick. And I can go ahead and tally up my score from this game. I think it's going to be pretty good. England 4. Honestly, this game, what's the fear? Even if towns and cities had +1 health from local autonomy, I think I would have won this game. Would have been a little bit slower, but yeah, that's that. England 4, I need to play more. I haven't done it enough, and really that was relied on a lot on major luck, but not as hard as I normally expect England to be. So, Spirit Island scoring and stats. My first memory game in a while. Memory is very fun, depending on which majors you get. And I think that's why some people don't like it as much. It does depend a lot on card draws to be good. In this case, I think I was pretty lucky with the cards that I drew, so that helped a lot. But really, you can make it work with whatever majors that you're choosing to do. Okay, 1 player standard. Had a lot of cards left. That was a fast win, so this is going to be a good score. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards left in the Invader deck. Dahan, there were 7. I don't think I lost any, and I gained 1. Yep, 7. I did add, let's see, there's 4 Blight on the board, 5 Blight on the board. Terror level was 3. Almost 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3 lands occupied. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 health worth of invaders. So that was a score of 59. And I don't know, I'll have to check my time here. Looking over there, I think that was around 45 minutes. So pretty quick. Got a still healthy island, so I didn't even have to worry about that. Okay. And that was on board B. I think the board was also favorable based on how that played out. I was able to kind of clear things out. But that was a surprisingly easy win against England 4. That's a difficulty 7. 59 points. I have broken 60 a handful of times, but 59 is one of my highest scoring games. Not the best at this game, but like to think I'm pretty good and getting better. And this was a fun one. I got to use the beasts a lot more than I normally do. Just getting this combination of cards of majors worked out really well. I didn't even pay for these, but I had plenty of energy to do so. So yeah, that was a pretty solid game with Shifting Memory of Ages. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I think that's what you're supposed to do at the end of all of these. I'm going to try to post videos at least weekly. I prefer bi-weekly, but I'll try to do at least weekly. And yeah, keep the content flowing. Since this was my second true solo game in a row, I'll probably do a two-handed game next, or maybe with a couple people, and we'll see how that goes. But take care.